So how you doing? Short little video. I hope. I haven't put one in a while, but been kind of busy. It's crazy. Anyway, this one is. I was interested because I saw a video on YouTube and stuff, and I've always said it. Why is it that insurances, banks are held to different standards? Well, look it up on YouTube. They're not. They're held to the same standards that every American is. Um, a while back, '98, we were in a flood, and I lost a lot of stuff in my flood, and I lost my washer and dryer that I had just recently purchased. So here's what I want you to do: is you want to make sure you understand whenever you want to fight against insurance, against companies, against retailers. You got to understand it's not their fault. The when I say it's not their fault, it's not the employee's fault, but it's the policy. They're only following policy. Your job is to tear down those policies and use them against them to your benefit. In this case, I had a washer and dryer that I had just bought, and they got washed away. When I went to the manufacturer, to the place where I bought them, and I told them, hey, first off, number one, don't tell them the situation first. First, you ask the questions. What does my policy hold? What does my insurance cover? Let them tell you everything that's covered because they're committed once they explain everything to you. And if he doesn't read it off the paper, then that's his problem, right? Because if you don't read what's on that paper and you sign it, they turn around and say, you signed it. It's your fault you didn't read it. So again, if he tells you what your insurance covers, but he doesn't read it, you can hold him to it. Now, so I went in there and I asked him, what does my insurance cover? Step one. Oh, it covers any parts that break down, with the exception of the electrical. But it covers the transmission, it covers the motor, stuff like that. But it doesn't cover the shell, and it doesn't cover the electronics. Knowing this, I said, okay, well, I would like to report it to you because I just bought them. You're saying I have the basic. I need somebody to go and replace the motor and the transmission. And they asked me why. I said, because it doesn't work. They said, well, was it in the flood? I said, I did not say that. All I said was, it doesn't work. I turn the button, nothing happens. I need somebody to go down there, change the transmission and the motor. Now by this time they said, well, you can't really do that. I said, why not? You just told me that my motor and transmission are covered. He goes, well, we don't know what it is. I said, well, then send somebody to go check it. Because here's what I did. When I went to back to the washer and dryer, they cannot pinpoint electrical parts because my electrical parts were basic. They weren't the computer. They were basic. So I knew that even though it got water damage, my electric would be okay because the electric was basic. It was an on and off switch. It basically works off little relays. So make sure you ask them first before you go forward. Another example, they called the manager. The manager looked at me and said, you can't do that. I said, show me where I can't. Fiddled around. He finally came back and says, okay, we're going to replace your washer and dryer. Simple. My sister went up. She bought an extended warranty for her car. When she took it in, she said that the radio antenna was not going up and down, right? So she took it in, and then they told her, well, that doesn't cover under the warranty. My sister came back, talked to me. I said, well, let me show me all the stuff that your car does cover under the warranty. So she did. She gave me the pamphlet and everything, and I read it. And right on the pamphlet it said radio, AM, FM radio. That's what it said. So I took it back to the dealer, and I said, look, I want my radio. I don't know what's wrong with it. I need it fixed. So they got in there, they tested it out, couldn't get any signal and everything. Well, it turns out it was the antenna. They said, sir, it's the antenna. It doesn't cover. I says, well, I didn't bring it in here for the antenna. I brought it in here because my radio don't work. They said, well, yeah, but it's because of the antenna. I said, hey, well, that's not my fault. I'm bringing it here because my radio don't work. I get in my car, I turn my radio, it don't work. I have warranty for my radio. Make my radio work. They said, well, we can't do that because it's the antenna. It doesn't cover. I said, I want my radio. I don't care about the antenna. And they're like, well, sir, you need the antenna for the radio to work. Bingo. I need the antenna for my radio to work. So that is a part of my radio. So they took it back. Manager comes back. He says, sir, it doesn't cover on the warranty. I said the same thing. I want my radio to work. He said, well, your radio's working fine. I says, I don't hear anything. Look, you turn it on. No, can't get no station. He goes, well, it's the antenna. And I said, why do I need the antenna? I know you got to act stupid, but they'll pull a fast one on you. So I said, well, you need the antenna to work the radio. I said, really? So does that mean my antenna is part of my radio? Then I need my radio to work. So those little things are little tips that I want to give you. Make sure you go insurance policy before you go set a claim. Ask them, what does my insurance cover? Once they cover everything, they tell you, then you can use it to your advantage to make sure that you get your full coverage. Why is that? It's simple. Because they don't feel sorry if you're late for 5 days on your payment. They don't feel sorry if you can't make the payment. They'll take it out of your bank account, or they'll take it right off. Or they'll even they'll put one of them liens on your place, or they'll even take your vehicles. I mean, why should they get away with stuff like that and we can't? And I've done it all the time. Look it up. Before you're going to turn in a TV because it's broke or whatever, first of all, the first question is, what does my insurance cover? And they say, well, you don't have insurance. Okay, what does the warranty cover? Well, if you got basic warranty, let them explain to you what that warranty covers. And then you turn around and you use it against them. Food for thought. All right? Just thought I'd give you my 2 cents. Why? Because I got 3. Later.